Just Being Me podcast. Your girls, Margot and Mary. Forgive and you will be forgiven. Everybody has had someone who has done them wrong. When someone hurts us, we want to hurt them back. We live with anger and thoughts of revenge. We want to see them suffer. We want them to feel what we have felt. We want them to know they can't get away with what they did. But they did get away if your anger keeps you stuck in the situation. When the tables turn, you make mistakes. We create pain for others and cannot understand why they do not or cannot forgive us. Perhaps it is because there is someone we need to forgive. Forgiveness frees us from pain of the past and moves us beyond our mistakes in the future. What you give, you get. When you forgive, forgiveness is there for you when you need it. I forgive everyone for everything totally and unconditionally. Yeah. Yay! That is July 4th's meditation from Iyanla Vanzant's Acts of Faith Daily Meditation for People of Color. So if you've done somebody wrong, then you need to forgive and they need to forgive you so that you can move forward. And I'm a true believer in that you need to forgive people in order for you to move forward. Like, you can't hold all of that anger and all of that stuff in you, because nothing right is going to happen for you if you don't forgive folks. So, whoop, there it is.
There it is.
Hey, y'all, welcome to episode 101. That's 101 of episode Just Being Me podcast. Thank you guys for tuning in again this week. Hey, Miss Mary over there with her microphone.
Hey, Margot.
Hey. Thank you guys for tuning in to our podcast last week, and continue to spread the word to your friends and your family about our podcast. We're on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Castbox, Spreaker, iHeartRadio, Deezer, Podcast Addicts, and Amazon Music under Podcast. Ooh, I got tongue-tied. I should know those just by heart. I don't have a microphone today, and Mary has a microphone today, so she's gonna sound wonderful. Because technician Chrissy is in the house. And she done here.
He is here. Thank you, Chrissy.
Thank you, Chrissy. I should have had you come over here.
You better pay.
Pay the lady. All right. I'm going to jump into the weekend.
Okay.
What you do this weekend? Yep. What did you do this weekend, Miss Mary?
I had a homegoing service on Saturday. So that was spent with family and friends, majority family. That was all I did on Saturday. Sunday, I really didn't do anything. I just kind of relaxed with my grandkids. I spent some time with them and enjoyed them while they're here. And my daughter, before she left to go back to Texas. So that was my weekend in a nutshell. What about you? What did you do this weekend?
This weekend I was able to relax a little.
Okay.
Just a little bit. My guy, my partner in crime, he handled the kitchen all this week at Pastrami On The Run. Come and get you some.
Okay.
I kept trying to go up there on Saturday. I got dressed to go up there Saturday. He's like, well, you might as well just stay home and relax and, do whatever stuff you said you need to do for the business on the computer. I was like, yes. I said, okay.
Don't have to tell me twice.
Don't tell me twice. And I got up on Sunday, did the same thing, got dressed. He said, where you going? I thought I was getting ready to go to the kitchen. He's like, well, it ain't too much happening right now. So if you want to, again, do what you need to do, this the time to do it. So, I took him up on his offer because I am tired.
Okay.
I'm tired. So I do go to the kitchen at least 3 times a week just to prep and get stuff together. So I went up there Monday of this week already, and I didn't go yesterday. What was yesterday? Wednesday. I didn't go. I'm gonna go tomorrow. So hopefully I can have the weekend off again because I enjoy being able to relax after working a whole full week. It's hard.
Absolutely.
It's hard.
Absolutely.
So I thank him for that. Oh, and speaking of Pastrami on the Run, I put it out there last week and I'll put it out there this week. If anybody is out here in Los Angeles and want to go visit Pastrami on the Run, order from us. You can go to pastramiontherun.com and look at the menu. You can order online and you can use the promo code JustBeingMe and receive 20% off your entire order. That's a lot.
That's a lot. They can get a lot of things.
You can get a lot of things with 20% off.
From the menu.
Yes. So come on down. You might see me. You might not because I might be off or whatever.
Look, support the black business. Those black entrepreneurs. Support them.
Yes, please. Oh, boy. So that was my weekend, and I hope to have another. Oh, this weekend is 4th of July weekend. I mean, not that we celebrated, but I'm happy to have a day off.
Oh, me too.
I'm happy to be off. I'm going to go to my sister's house because she's going to cook, so that'll give me some time.
Oh, that's right. You did say that.
Yeah. That'll give me time to go and see my nieces and nephews and mom and dad and whatever, and enjoy. My sister, of course, my sisters, and enjoy just being around family for a little bit, and come on home. And we have Monday off, so that's great. That's wonderful.
So tell me this: with your niece being back in school, are they back in school, or are they just going to go back in the fall?
They go back in the fall, so they're out. They're out now. Yeah,
summer break.
Yeah, she's on summer break, but she right before she went on summer break, she was doing a hybrid. She was going in and some at the school and some at home.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I really think that was good for her. I haven't really had a conversation with her. I'll talk to her this weekend because she started a new high school, and never went to the school. Like, it was just mentally for her, it was a lot. She didn't have no friends because none of her other friends was going to that school. They was going to whatever school that they was going to. Right. And, it was a lot on her. So, hopefully now she meet some other people and, able to communicate with other kids and meet other kids and do all that stuff. So, we'll see. I'll check in on her on Sunday when I see her. All right, y'all. So let's just jump on to the next thing and let's talk about it. Okay, y'all. So guess who crip walk out of the jail?
Yesterday.
He done crip walked out the jail cell. Mr. Bill Cosby got his get out of jail free card. He was tiptoed up out of there. He was out. They released him. They dropped the charges because they said he didn't receive a fair trial according to Pennsylvania Supreme Court. So he was able to be released, and he was walking arm in arm with a whole bunch of people. I don't know why everybody was holding arms. I mean, everybody's holding arms. I'm like, what? Only him and And the person that's guiding him needs to hold. Why are y'all holding arms? It was weird. It was weird. But he is a sexual predator. That's what they have tagged him with, even though because he was convicted. So it says, additionally, the court deemed the 83-year-old a sexual violent predator for posing imminent safety risk to women. Wow. But he's out, and Felicia Rashad, Miss Cosby, what was her name in the Cosby Show?
Her name was Claire.
Claire spoke out.
Huxtable.
Claire Huxtable. Yeah. Claire Huxtable spoke out and was like, yeah, you know, a terrible wrong that's been righted. And so people jumped on top of her because of what she said. And Aunt Viv, Janet Hubert was one of them. She said, Felicia, what are you thinking? I don't know you, but to say this was terribly wrong, everyone, in all caps, knew what he was doing back then. How could you not, in all caps? Get your umbrella, sister. Here comes the shit shower.
Wow.
I am outraged that he was released. Yes, he is old. He is old ass guilty. He is an old ass guilty man. That's what she said.
Oh, you know what? And here's the thing. You know, everybody wants to holler guilty, and okay, whatever. Mm-hmm. But don't jump all over me because I have a different opinion of it.
That's true. That's true.
It's just like, why? You know?
Mm-hmm. Everybody is entitled to their opinion. And
everybody's entitled to their opinion.
I don't care if you're talking about R. Kelly. I don't care if you're talking about Harry Weinstein. I don't care if you're talking about Bill Cosby. Everybody has an opinion, and it can be whatever it is. But you feel that way, and another person may feel another way. You shouldn't jump on Instagram or jump on somebody because they have that opinion. That's her opinion. She feels like, you know, it was a wrong now has been righted. So let her say what she has to say. Let her say.
Exactly.
Let her say what she has to say.
You know, she can do that.
Yeah.
We all can do that.
Yeah. For sure. So.
And, you know, she knew the man or whatever, and she's entitled to, you know, what she feels or what she knows or whatever. Mm-hmm. Evidently, the Supreme Court in Pennsylvania agrees with her because they said it was a double jeopardy. Mm. And it shouldn't have been done in the first place. Right. Because they brought up things that he had talked about and that they had held him accountable for way back when. Right. And they brought it back up again. Right. So they say that was one of the things that got him off because it was a double jeopardy situation. Mm-hmm. And, you know, when they try to go after people like that, they come after us. Mm-hmm. Yeah. You know, they come after us and seeing what we can do, especially when that Me Too movement happened. They were just like, okay, you know, just blaring guns. Let's just see what we can do. Mm-hmm. And, you know, he probably, you know, I'm sure he did some things wrong, but it's like they didn't have to go back and retry him again in the court of law after he had documentation to say that was discussed and they were saying they would never go to trial or whatever and then turn around and bring it to trial after all these years. He deserves to be free. Yes. There's a lot of them in there. There's a lot of them that are sexual predators that never seen a courtroom. Okay. You're right. And people know about it. And people know about it, and they have been getting away with this stuff for years. Mm-hmm. They didn't bother to go after those people. Mm-hmm. What's the little man's name who married his adopted daughter? Oh, Woody Allen. Woody Allen. Are you kidding me right now? Mm-hmm. Yep. Oh my gosh. Yep. He's free, and you know. Oh, he never went to jail. Never. He went to court. Nobody ever said anything. It was okay. You know, they made the little stories about it and movies and what's her name? Mia Farrow said, you know, what she had to say, and it just kept going. They still together right now. So it's a long list of them, Miss Margot. Yeah.
Yep.
Got away with it for years.
Yep.
That one woman that was going around finding young underage girls for, what was his name, Epstein?
Yeah.
Whatever happened with her? I don't see them all on the news telling the courts to hang her.
Right. Yeah.
Come on.
Yep. It's definitely a double standard when it comes to...
It's a double standard.
Black, white, male, female, too.
You know, but then again, I'll just say everybody's entitled to their opinion, right?
Yeah. He 83. How old the man? The man is 83 years old. Come on.
And a lot of stuff that he done, even when the ladies were testifying, Margot, that stuff was in the 70s.
You know what? That is what this is. I'm being so honest, and it is what it is.
Okay.
This is what I don't understand. And then
why they keep going back?
Number
one.
But why? Yeah. Why does it? Why are we allowed as a country, a law, whatever, to go back so far on something that happened? Why wasn't it said? I mean, I understand. People have their reasons why they didn't say nothing at the time. But now this man is 80-something years old, and now we want to talk about some stuff that happened in 73, 53, 43. Like, are you serious? What? If it was somebody was mad at him. Yeah.
Somebody was mad at him. They didn't want to touch the other guy, so they said, well, let's just go after Bill.
Yeah.
It's well known what he was doing back there. We didn't do anything about it back then, but it's kind of well known.
Yeah.
Some of the women are still alive. Let's go for it.
Yeah.
And then the whole R. Kelly thing. It's just like, please.
Yeah.
I just can't believe that R. Kelly got away with this for years, and the entertainment world knew about it.
Yeah. They knew about everything. Everything.
Yeah, and there's a lot of stuff going on in the entertainment world today that people are not being held accountable for. But I don't know, maybe it'll come out in about 10 years or so.
Yeah. Now, I have my opinion about what's his name? Robert Kelly. I don't call him R. Kelly. I have my opinion about Mr. Robert Kelly.
Uh-huh.
I don't feel the same way I feel about Bill's situation as I do about Robert Kelly's situation. He's just,
right.
I can't even listen to an Aaliyah song no more without thinking about, he wrote that song. That girl was underage, and the way what she's singing about is like probably about him. Talking about if your girl only knew. I can't even listen to the song. I can't. I just can't. I can't listen to the lyrics. I just can't. Now that does something to me. And maybe if Bill Cosby was singing some songs that I could kind of relate to what he said. He didn't do songs. He did movies, and in none of his movies was he like a rapist or, he wasn't nothing mean. He was the family guy, so I don't see it like that. But R. Kelly, and then when I think about Aaliyah and all the songs, I'll just be like, okay, yeah, I'm over you. That's my opinion, and I know that people love R. Kelly and they still love him to this day. And that's, that's their thing. That's fine. I'm not going to argue nobody down and be like, well, why y'all like to be around? That's, everybody had their own opinion. That's fine. Do you?
Yeah. Didn't nobody say anything about Elvis Presley and that young girl he married? What was her name?
Priscilla. Yeah. Priscilla. Yep.
Nobody's discussing that.
No, and they not. Nope. Pick and choose. What's his name?
Yeah, and Jerry Lee Lewis, as Christian is telling me, married his cousin.
Oh, yeah. Pick and choose. They ain't gonna say nothing. But if Willie Brown would have married his cousin, we've been in trouble.
Ooh, okay.
He'd be in trouble.
Wow.
Everybody be up in arms.
Mm-hmm.
So you were saying that Meghan McCain is leaving The View? Wait. Before you say anything, hold on.
Yeah. But I agree with you. Yes, Meghan McCain is leaving The View.
Good.
She says that she said she blamed it on the pandemic. And she said she now wants to spend time with her children and her mother.
Good. Bye.
And she says the pandemic has changed a lot of things in her life. Mm-hmm. And she has chosen to not give up her career, but just not be on The View anymore and be closer to home, to family.
Okay, bye, girl.
So, okay, Megan, we'll see you.
Adios. I used to love watching The View. I love watching The View before she came on. And when she came on, I liked her. I liked the way that they styled her hair. I liked the way that they styled her clothes. And she came off, cool. In the beginning, she wasn't, I knew she was there. She was a Republican, so I knew that she was going to take on the opposition of most of the things, which is fine. They need to have that, going back and forth, whatever. But sometimes it just was, not sometimes, this is the reason why I stopped watching it. It was too much. I mean, she would get so angry.
And it was really kind of like combative.
Yes.
Yes.
And when I seen, I love Whoopi Goldberg. When I seen Whoopi Goldberg I seen the anger in her face and in her eyes. Going back at McCain girl, I was like, I don't want to see Whoopi like that. And I don't want to see Joy like that. I don't want to see them going back and forth. I mean, she was really like getting under their skin. Really.
And Joy was like, oh my God.
Yeah, Joy was done. Joy turned into a whole different person. She did not, nothing, she would cut her off. She'd be like, okay, whatever. She just dismiss her. It's like, whatever. I'm like, I can't. So I started watching it. I started recording it, and I'll start recording it again when she's gone. So she'll be gone, next season?
Yeah. So they didn't even mention the replacement. I don't know who's going to be the replacement.
Probably another Republican person, which I really don't care. I don't want everybody to have the same view. Let there be a Republican, but don't be so, like it's our way and you guys are wrong. That's how I felt when she talked. Like, you guys don't understand this. I understand this because I'm a daughter of the whatever. It's just like, it was too much. It was just too much.
But when Trump was nominated and became the president, it was like, he really showed us what a Republican was. Mm-hmm. And there is no way she could have defended anything that he did. And I think that's why she really started getting upset and combative with everything, because he was making a fool of the party. And that was her party.
Yep, and that was her party. And she didn't, she didn't go along. When I did sometimes watch it, she, would say, he's not right and whatever. And I don't agree with that and whatever. But they would just go in, and I'm like, I can't watch. And I'm the reality show queen. Like, I watch just to see people arguing back and forth. But when I watch my talk shows, I don't want to see that. That's not what I tune into a talk show for, is to see the hosts going back and forth at each other. Like, that's not what I watch talk shows for. I watch reality shows for that.
Right.
So,
and sometimes when they go at each other, I can't even understand what they're saying.
Yeah.
I can't even understand the point that they're making. It's like,
it's too early in the morning for all that.
Well, one at a time, please.
Okay. It's just too much. That's an early morning show. I'm drinking my coffee, and I'm going to, see what's happening in the news with the ladies.
Right.
And then when you see this, I'm like, I can't. So I stopped recording it. I'm good.
So we're going to say bye-bye to Megan.
Bye. Bye, girl. Bye, Felicia. Bye, Felicia. Okay, now, you just told me about this one. I didn't even know that Bobby Brown and Keith Sweat was on Versus tonight.
Yes, ma'am.
It went down.
Yes, ma'am. Keith is looking good. Keith is looking really nice. Bobby's moving pretty good.
Is he?
just a little heavy, and he don't have that voice he used to have anymore. And that's not even expected, especially at his age and the way that he's carrying
his life
and the life that he lived. And he's doing better now. You can tell he's a sober person, but he doesn't have that same
swag.
The voice, the singing voice. He doesn't have that.
I went to go see Bobby Brown. Not Bobby Brown. It was New Edition and Ludacris many years ago at one of the casinos. I think it was San Manuel Casino. And so it was New Edition, and so they did like all the songs with Bobby Brown, and then they brought in Johnny Gill, and then Bobby Brown went to go rest. But he went to go rest before it was time for him to go rest because he was tired. He could not.
Girl, you kidding me? Are you serious right now?
He could not keep up. I'm like, look at Bobby. He was sweating so bad. I felt bad.
Out of shape.
Yes, it was very much so. Could not sing and dance and do all of that. So I know when it was Johnny Gill time, he was happy to go lay down in the back somewhere. It's like, go on, Johnny. It's your turn. These are your songs. I wasn't a part of New Edition at this time.
Oh my goodness, poor Bobby.
Yeah, poor Bobby. But he got his win, and then so they did his songs where he was solo. So they let him sing his songs with his solos. So that was good. Okay, I'm gonna have to watch it. You said I can watch it on YouTube?
Yeah, you can tune in on YouTube and just see what we missed, right?
I love me some Key Sweat. Now I was a Key Sweat girl. Key Sweat was my man back in the day.
Oh, Lord, Key Sweat.
With his whining, I wanna hear.
That's all right.
Yeah, that's all right. Because I was listening, I was like, yes, come on, yeah, Yep, I love it. I'm gonna watch it. I'll watch it. And lastly, I heard on the Wendy Williams show, and I ended up looking it up. Biz Markie is in hospice. It was reported that he had died, and so they had, they took the hoax or whatever down. He has not died, but he is in hospice. It doesn't say what he's suffering from or what's wrong with him. It just says keep him in prayer and everything.
Did they say how long he has been in hospice? Was this something just recently?
This is recently, and
wow.
Let's see. It says, folks, Biz Markie has not died. I have been in contact with him and sources who has texted, talking to his wife. My sources talked to Biz today. Per his wife, Biz has not passed away. Please stop responding to non-credible sources. Okay, so they're not really saying what it is. They're just saying he has not died. Pretty much has not died, has not passed away. So please stop. But he is in hospice. So keep him in your prayers, people. Whatever it is. Oh, let's see.
Did you see that Cardi B's pregnant?
I did. I see
a child on the way.
Yes, I was. Okay, so I seen on Facebook one of my friends put, I think I'm too old to watch the BET Awards.
You know what? I was sorry I missed it. I didn't even know it was on, Margot.
I didn't know it was on either until they was talking about Cardi B, and I was like, oh, those came on? So I ended up watching it on demand, and it was pretty good. I mean, it was good. I like rap music, so I don't know who sings the songs. I will say that, but I know the song, so I'm like, oh, okay, cool. And then when Cardi B came out with her belly poking out of her suit, I was like, oh, okay, yeah. She's preggo, so she's pregnant.
She's preggo. She is pregnant. I wanted to tell you too that I watched this show on Prime, the story of Mary J. Blige.
Oh, I did. I watched that this weekend.
Did you like that?
I did like it. I did. Yep.
Yeah, I watched that too.
It was really.
It's kind of interesting.
Very interesting. It was very interesting. She looks so good. She's kept herself up really good. Really good.
She does look good. Mm-hmm. I just really hope that she just stays focused on herself and just let the Lord bring somebody in her life, and let her do the choosing this time.
Yeah.
Because sometimes I feel so sorry for her.
Yeah. it seems like she was dealt a bad hand in life, and then she made it better by coming out and wanting to be a singer, and then she pursued that, and she's done great with that. But then her personal life with the relationships and drinking and all that other stuff, drugging, that's like kind of but it seems like right now she's in a really good place. Good space. Yeah, she's in a really good space right now. And she looks healthy. She looks good. She looks very healthy. She looks really, really good. And she has some acting gigs and stuff like that. Yeah. And I think she has a jewelry line, some type of jewelry line now too. I know she works very closely with LL Cool J's wife. Okay. I forget her name right now, but I know they work closely together on this jewelry line and everything. So Mary has one of those. But she did look really good, and I really enjoyed the show. Yeah. I really enjoyed that. That was really nice. I thought it was well put together. When I first heard about it, I'm like, okay, this is going to be the P. Diddy show. Right. that's what I thought, Right. But it was Mary. It was Mary all the way. He sat down and said a couple of things, but that was it. Yeah. But basically, it was Mary telling her story. Yep. And it was good. And she gave us a lot of history on the music and songs and everything. I thought that was done very well. And I like the transitions of the drawings that came in between, like what she was talking about. So they had like the cartoon picture of her, like silhouette of her and different things. I thought that was really interesting. That when they intertwine different things, so it's not just like boom, 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 the same thing. It was cute. I liked it. I liked that. Yeah, I thought it was real good. I thought it was real good too. Good job, Mary. Good job, Mary. Good job, Mary. Okay, so let me pass it on over to you and your soapbox and the explosion that happened over here in Los Angeles with them fireworks. Yeah, that was awful. Oh my God. LAPD and the sheriff department, they were actually collecting. They have been collecting for the last 2 days fireworks from people. You turn them in and things of that nature because they were very scared because of the vegetation being so dry and fires, right? Yeah. So, I guess they had heard about this man who had some really huge explosives and fireworks and stuff like that in his garage. They had got wind of it, so they went over there. They arrested the gentleman, and he did have these fireworks, right? So they had this very expensive piece of machinery. It kind of looks like a tank or something. But what it's supposed to do is it's supposed to detonate the fireworks so, that they won't harm anyone or whatever. And it is just make it safe for everybody. You put everything in it, it kind of compresses it or whatever, right? That didn't work out. Oof. And what happened was it wasn't able to hold, I guess, that much gunpowder. And that thing exploded right there on the street. In a neighborhood. I mean, there was a car turned over. There were windows blown out. I mean, I'm just surprised that people weren't killed. Yeah. And I'm surprised that they did something like that in the neighborhood. It was in the neighborhood. And what they said was the explosives were so sensitive that they did not feel comfortable driving it away. Right, yeah. Exactly. They said he had some real powerful stuff. Damn. He would have blew up that whole street if it just something. I mean, if it was that powerful. It was inside a vehicle that's supposed to be able to take the explosion. Just imagine if it would have just blew up in his garage. Exactly. It would have been. Exactly. It would have torqued the whole block. Yeah. Yeah. And you know what the sad thing is? A lot of people, I even know of people that go and get these fireworks and they have these little dealers that sell them. And, they're getting all this stuff and everybody wants the big, huge M80s and, the most powerful stuff. People, come on. Yeah. That crap is dangerous. Yeah. You know what I mean? Why do you need
those type of fireworks.
Right.
Why?
Right.
Margot, and you know, they start the fireworks in May.
Yeah. Yeah.
You understand? They start them in May. It's crazy. It's so crazy. Margot, sometimes, I don't know who this person is, but I have been places where they have let off a firework and it feels like your place is shaking.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? Where that's dynamite.
That's dynamite, okay? Half a stick of dynamite. That's crazy.
But why is that necessary?
Why
do they get off on fireworks like that and explosives?
Yeah.
Why do they get off on that?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's just like, why can't you take your family out to the beach? Why can't you take your family out to these different stadiums where they have these type of things happening for, the family so they can see, the beautiful, fireworks and everything like that. Why do you got to tear up your whole block? Why do you got to put everybody in harm's way?
Right.
You don't know where that stuff can go. You can start a fire. Mm-hmm. Somebody can get hurt. There's so many things that can happen with these fireworks. People get over the fireworks already.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They just don't mean that much, and they're dangerous.
Very. As we've seen with that explosion. It's dangerous.
I was invited to out for, the 4th of July. Mm-hmm. I said, no, thank you. I'm not interested in seeing any fireworks, and my grandbabies will be in the bed, before it even gets dark. They're in bed right now. Mm-hmm. So it's like, no, thank you. You know what I mean? Right. It's just not that important.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's not my Independence Day.
It's not.
I don't care.
Right.
But y'all just need to be careful, and stop having all these dangerous fireworks around these children.
Mm-hmm. That's the other one.
And I mean, they had the best fireworks in these crazy neighborhoods.
Yeah.
And you see the police drive right past. They don't care.
They don't care.
They don't care because they don't care about your neighborhood.
Right. Like, go ahead, blow it up.
Blow it up.
Right. That's fine. We'll send the firefighters over here to put the fire out.
Exactly. We'll see you guys over in the hospitals with your kids' arm blown off or whatever, things like that. Mm-hmm. Because they don't care.
They don't.
They don't care. Mm-hmm. And they let those fireworks come into the United States. I mean, they let that stuff come in all the time because they don't care, because they know where fireworks going to be. They're going to be in these low-income areas. Yep. Mm-hmm. Y'all go ahead and tear it up. Y'all can catch stuff on fire. Y'all can harm each other. You guys go right ahead. You guys chose to do it, so whatever. And we'll go out and spend a whole check on some hot fireworks.
Yeah, but they say put your money up in smoke with some firecrackers and stuff.
For one night. One night.
It's not worth it.
It's just not worth it. It's just not worth it. Take your kids to a show. Do something else. Don't spend all your money on that kind of stuff and do that stuff in your neighborhoods, please. You guys be careful out there.
Yeah. And the 4th of July, now I'm just going to say as a kid, because I've learned about Juneteenth now as an adult, was my favorite holiday just for the fireworks, not for the meaning of Independence Day. But because I like to see fireworks, I like to see a really good fireworks show, because that's what my dad did every year. We would go to Long Beach and we would watch the fireworks off the Queen Mary. And that was a tradition, and that is something that I will always remember, and I love it for that. I love that holiday for being around my dad and family and friends and watching the beautiful fireworks every year. But with these illegal fireworks, it's just like, I don't want to hear the big booms. I don't want to hear that. I want to see some pretty lights, and they do what they do.
Right.
And I'm good, but the booms and boom and this your car alarm is going off, and I'm like, that's not. What is that? We don't live in Beirut. We don't live in wherever we in war. That's sound like we in war, and I don't like that.
Exactly. And I remember when we were kids, my dad used to go to Signal Hill and buy the box. That's when it was okay for us to do fireworks. Way back when. I'm kind of telling my age right now. But my dad would buy this big old box. I mean, they had these stands on every corner.
Yeah.
And we would do them right there in the street in front of the house.
Yeah.
But then it became, against the law and everything. So we would find different places to go to see the fireworks. And it's like, who cares now? It's like, when I became a teenager, I'm like, y'all can have it.
Right. I'm not doing that.
I didn't want to be bothered with it no more. I didn't think nothing of it.
Now, in Carson, because I moved to Carson can do fireworks out here, legal fireworks. They have fireworks stands out in Carson. And I was because I'm like you. I grew up with fire. We used to go to the fireworks stand, be able to pick our stuff we want in our box and everything.
Right, exactly.
I passed by 3 every time I go to work, right down Avalon. There's 3 of them. They're by,
really?
Yeah. And I'm like, oh, well, okay. I mean, I haven't seen a fireworks stand in I don't know how long. I really want to just go up to the fireworks stand and see. I haven't been there since I was a kid. I'm like, what's happened? But it's like it says like a legion. Like it's one of these like what do you call them? Like those groups that's doing it. Like a legion. They have legion whatever, legion numbers and whatever. So I was like, okay, well, I mean, I'm not going to get any because I'm not trying to pop my fingers off. I don't want to pop the firework. I never did. I never did want to pop a firework. Like, I'm good. I'll watch them all day, but to be sitting there and trying to run, I'm too old to be trying to flick a lighter and run over here. I'm good. I just watch it. I'm good. So
and the thing is that my dog, he gets very scared.
Oh.
So he's shaking and everything. So I have to hold him. I have to hold him because he gets so scared. And it was so funny because the other day I showed my daughter, it was on social media. It says to think about the pets and the vets. And I said, oh, I never saw them mention vets before. Yeah. She said, you haven't? I'm like, no, but it's true. PTSD, right?
Yep, that's true.
I'm like, wow, that's a lot of things to think about while they're out there doing all that kind of stuff. They don't know who served in the wars. They don't know who was in the service. And that can be affecting them,
Yeah, that's true.
Crazy. That's crazy. Not only the pets, but the vets too.
The vets and the pets, yeah. Yeah.
You guys be careful out there with that stuff,
Yeah, for sure.
Watch your kids,
For sure.
They get so excited. They like to see all that kind of stuff. But all that stuff is not safe. People handling them sometimes not safe. So be careful out there. Did you want to talk about Miss Wendy and Tabitha?
Yeah. So I was watching Wendy Williams. It was today's show, and I love me some Wendy Williams. I will say that.
Yes, you do.
But she actually been looking really good. And her, after her divorce and all this stuff, she's been much better. But today's show, even just the whole show, she was in some kind of mood or funk. It was a little different. Not only on Tabitha's part when she talked about her, it was something else she was talking about, and like when they had started, and she was talking to I can't even think of the guy's name, but her assistant that she talks to, and she was kind of snappy with him, and I was like, okay, it took me.
Maybe she was mad about something.
She was mad about something.
She was salty about something.
Something wasn't good for her today. I mean, she was talking, but she had some situations. So then it came up with Tabitha Brown. So she was like, well, I don't know who this is. I don't keep up with these social media influencers. Yeah.
Oh my God, how rude is that?
This is Tabitha Brown, and so the audience starts like, yeah. They say, oh, so you know who that is? You know who she is? That's what she said. So they was like, yeah. So then she played a little bit of what Tabitha was saying. She said that she was just happy that she's able to retire her husband, who's a police officer, and she wants to retire him so that he can do whatever it is that he wants to do now in this next stage in his life, because now she's making the money. So he was making the money. She was probably doing her acting and trying to get into whatever.
And she said that he supported her dream.
He supported her dream. There you go. And so now she wants to support his. That is what it is. And so Wendy was like, no, you can't. You see what happened to me when you support a man's dream and then they do what they have to do and then they end up, she was just really, really negative. And then she was talking about, well, why this marriage is not going to last. Why would you say that about somebody's marriage? Like, just because yours didn't last, your marriage didn't last for whatever reason it is. Don't put that on that lady's marriage like that.
And those are two different people.
Two different people.
That view marriage very differently.
Yeah. Yeah.
Clearly.
Clearly. Two different relationships, two different sets of people, just different. So why she said that, I don't know. And so the Tabitha fans started going off on Instagram. One of them commented, she said, tell someone to F off without telling them to F off. And that's how you shut a pathetic hater all the way down. Such a beautiful woman inside and out, and her spirit is one that no soul can duplicate or take away. And then they put at Wendy Williams get a life. Okay,
that's very true.
You should have.
That lady is so sweet.
Yeah,
Margot, she's so sweet, and she did say something to the effect of Wendy's comment, and she was just as gracious, very sweet. And she said that she's going to pray for Wendy and pray that she finds love.
Okay. Look, I can hear her saying in her little voice, too. I'm going to pray for you and that you find love.
Exactly. Yeah. Because Wendy, that's what I say sometimes about people. You don't know what kind of relationship they have with the spirit. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. While you're saying things and you're feeling this way about them, you just don't know what kind of spiritual relationship they have. Yeah. You just really need to be careful. I'm sorry that your marriage didn't work out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But her and her husband seemed like they had a partnership.
Yes.
They had decided on something and it had manifested for them.
Yes.
You understand? And so he worked 15 years, like she said, in a life vest, yes, for her and the family. So now he's able to take off that life vest and do what he wanted to do now, because now she's able to come back and take care of the family. Mm-hmm. Ain't nothing wrong with that, Margot.
Nothing.
That's a partnership.
That is a partnership. That is what marriage is about.
That's marriage. All day long.
He supported her. Now she gonna support him to do whatever he want to do. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. And if she did that in her relationship and it didn't work out, that's your relationship. That's your situation. Don't put that on that lady.
Don't put that on that lady.
Don't put it on her family.
Look, you and Kevin did not sit down and discuss anything. Y'all didn't discuss anything.
No.
Okay?
Not at all.
Why wouldn't we have a conversation?
Okay. He did what he wanted to do. He took your money. He did what he did. He put some lady up in a house and got her cars and had a baby. That's your life. That's what happened with you when you didn't say nothing. But they have a partnership and they love each other. They've been together for 15 years and that's what she wanted to do. Yes.
Communicate.
That's her.
Communicate. And they set some goals.
Yes.
And they worked them. And it manifests for them.
Look, and you know what? Before I forget this, because Tabitha Brown is good for saying, what? You in my business? Don't do that. Don't do that.
and look, don't be mad at someone else's situation.
Yes. And
just because yours didn't work out. Wait, come on.
Yeah, she was in a funk.
Don't throw mud on her street, on her porch, because yours didn't work.
Because yours didn't work.
I'm sorry.
Do that. You can't do that.
What happens?
So
And that lady's so sweet.
She's a sweetheart. Like, just a darling. She's just a darling person. So she should find out who this lady. If I was Wendy Williams and I heard all of this stuff, I would find out who Tabitha Brown is, and I would bring Tabitha Brown to my show, and I would apologize to Tabitha and be like, you know what? That day I was going through something. This story came up. It made me reminisce about my situation, and I put that on you, and I'm sorry. That's what she needs to do. That's what she needs to do. Because Tabitha ain't trying to hurt nobody at all.
Yeah. And you know what? I want to say this too. She's more than an influencer because I seen her on The Shop.
Yes. She's an actress.
She's an actress too.
Yes. She's not just an influencer that popped up during the pandemic. That's different. There are people out there that just popped up during and they call themselves an influencer. I'm a social media influencer. No. This lady has stepped back from roles to do what she's doing right now. So
yeah, and you know what I found out too? She has a seasoning line with Lawry's.
Oh, does she?
Yes, ma'am. I saw that. She has a seasoning line with Lawry's. She's on The Shine, and she's a vegan, right? She's like a vegan chef.
Yeah, she is. And
she makes all this different stuff, all these vegan dishes and stuff.
I purchased some seasoning that she recommended. I'm not vegan, but that shit looked good, what she was making. And I did it, and it was good. It was really good.
Is that right?
Avocado. It was some pico de gallo, and it was some seasoning that she was selling. I got the seasoning. I don't remember what it was. But it was a really good snack, and it was so good. So
was it
good.
Really?
Yeah, so, she is an influencer, because I'm not a vegan, but that avocado with the pico de gallo on top of it looked delicious. Good, huh? Yeah, and it was a good little snack. And
wow. So, I didn't know who she was. Christian had told me about her. So I watched her a couple of times. She was just as sweet. And I didn't mind listening to her because I liked her voice.
Yes.
She's just a real sweet lady.
Oh, don't do that.
Don't be hating, Wendy. Don't be hating.
Don't hate. She needs to. I want to see Wendy Williams before she go on hiatus for her summer or whatever, to have Miss Tabitha Brown on her show and apologize to her, because there was no need for that comment off of what this lady said she wanted to do for her husband at all. Without knowing, you don't know nothing about this lady, you don't know nothing about her relationship, you don't know nothing. So for you to make that comment, you don't know who she is, and you made a comment. You shouldn't even did that.
And not only that, just to say that her marriage wasn't going to last.
It's not going to last. Like, what?
That was very rude, and they're very unkind. Very unkind.
Right. So
very unkind.
I'm hoping to.
So they're taking a hiatus pretty soon, huh?
Yeah, they're taking their hiatus, and they'll come back in September with the new shows. Wow. I love my Wendy, but you was wrong. I'm just gonna say you was wrong for that, Wendy. You was wrong for that. I have been watching. Remember I was telling you I was watching. What is it? With the Doricos, the people who have all those kids.
Oh yeah, all those twins and triplets and all that. Yeah.
Doubling Down with the Doricos. That's what it's called. Doubling Down with the Doricos. So remember I was telling you she was saying that they thought that she was pregnant again.
Yeah.
Okay, well she had a miscarriage. She was not. No. I was like, I don't want to celebrate nobody miscarriage, but you don't need to have no more kids. You do not need any more kids. I'm sorry. And I understand, because he went back and forth with his mom about the Bible. And so he said, the Bible said, what is it? Be fruitful and multiply.
Yeah.
And she said, that's the Old Testament. The mama said, that's the Old Testament. You need to read the New Testament. You're not supposed to do that. You're not supposed to have all these kids. You're not supposed to do it. They did. They were fruitful, and they did multiply on several occasions. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So they've done their part. You've done it. You don't have to keep going. You don't have to keep having kids. She was like, when is enough? And I was on the mom's side. So the mom ended up telling her son, she said, look, because they rely a lot on the mom to assist. The mom moved from whatever state she was in to Las Vegas, down the street from them. And she got her own house to help. And she's like, I'm not young no more. She said, sometimes I have to carry one of the little ones up the stairs. I get to the top of the stairs, I'm winded. So you guys having more and more and more, you need to get a nanny. You need to get somebody here to help out. She said, I'm not saying that I'm not going to help, because there's no way that I'm going to sit here and see the triplets and they need their diapers changed and I'm just going to sit back like, okay, well, change their diapers. She said, I'm their grandmother. So I'm going to, of course, do it no matter what. I'm going to do it. But you never going to know how I'm feeling. If I feel sick, if I'm feeling tired. She said, sometimes I hold it in. She said, so you telling me that you having another child or children? That was just like I'm done. Like, you better get some people here. You need a whole team of people to take care of all these kids.
Yeah, and that's the thing that I was going to say to you. There's nothing cute about having all those children, because it doesn't sound like they have the means to take care of them at the level they should be taken care of, especially when there's a grandma there helping changing diapers and things like that. That tells us that you haven't brought any help into the house. You know, like nannies, maybe 2 or 3, you know, to help you with these children. That tells us that you cannot afford it. So you need to stop having babies.
You need to stop having. Now, they are looking for a nanny, and they did have a lady that came in and helped. And I don't know. A lot of it has to do with the mother. She's afraid to have someone else other than family around her kids. But you got to break that, because you got 15 kids. Like, you have too many kids. Yeah. So y'all can't do that on your own. You can't do it on your own. You need to. So she ended up having to take, because one of the kids have something. They're twins, and one of them, his head is like really narrow, and so his skull is not growing with his brain. Like the skull is staying the same. The brain is growing, so they need to do something with that.
Yeah.
So they came all the way to they in Las Vegas. They came to California, to USC, for him to be viewed, and they was going to do a surgery or whatever. And so the husband, since they were talking about nannies, he said, well, do you mind if I interview some nannies while you're gone? So she kind of was like, well, why would you want to do it when I'm gone? Because the grandmother just said, I can't do this by myself. Now you're gone. Now the grandmother's there. They have another guy that works with the father, Dion, because he's in real estate. He comes over. They say he's the honorary Dorico. He comes over. He helps as well. But that guy don't want to do all that. It's just it's too much. It's just really too much. So. And
you know what? And family members, you know, family's lovely. A good, you know, support team. Lovely family. Family's lovely. You know, we got one. You know, you got one. But the thing is, Margot, they're human beings too. They get tired.
They get tired.
And they have lives. Yeah. And they have lives. And you can't expect, just because you decide to have all these kids, that everybody got to come to your beck and call whenever you call them, because you got things to do, or you need to go here, and you want everybody to watch them 15 or however many kids that they have. That's just ridiculous. You chose to have all those children.
Yep.
So they're your responsibility. I mean, every once in a while it's okay, but I mean, no, you need the means to be able to take care of those children.
Yeah. And the grandma said, you know, because she lives right down the street, so they can walk down there. And she said she loves when they come. She won't bring them all down there. So she has like the older daughter. They have an older daughter who's not a twin or anything. They call her a singleton. She'll go down there and she'll spend time with her grandmother. Or they have the second kid is a singleton too. So they both went down there and spent. She was like, I don't bring them all down here at the same, because she see all of them at the house. And she likes to have those one-on-ones with the kids and not have all of them around. So I'm like, I can't. I really can't.
That's just, I mean, Margot, that sounds just, I mean, it sounds exhausting.
Yeah. It is, and the kids. This is why I watch it, because the kids are so cute. The kids are cute. They are very smart. They're very talented. They do little dances. They, you know, when you see them talk, the two twins, they saying each other's sentences. They have them. They look really nice. The kids look very nice. But I mean, they're here. You can't do nothing about them. Tie that tube and enjoy these kids and let them grow up. Let them grow up. That's what the grandmother said. She said, you know, you had there were the last 3, but one had passed away, I think. And so it's a little baby. Oh no, she had something. She had all these surgeries or whatever. But she said, the grandma said, well, once you had the last ones who are babies right now, I just felt like, okay, this is it. And now we can watch all of them grow up. And,
right.
We can do what we have to do. And now here you come telling me that she pregnant again? She was like, I don't know.
If that man don't go out on lunch break and get a vasectomy.
He need to get a vasectomy. She need to get whatever tubes tied, burnt, and do whatever, so it won't be no reason why that they have any more kids. Y'all have a wealth of kids. Beautiful kids.
Oh my gosh. And I just think about my 2 grandsons. They are rambunctious. Just solid boys. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Little boys. They are you all day.
Right. So
because
15 of
they're curious about stuff. They ask them a lot of questions.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
A lot of questions. And they talk. They play with their stuff, and they coming back to the questions. Back to the questions.
Mm-hmm.
They come in the morning in my room to see how I'm doing. They jump on the bed. Where your glasses at? I'm like, right here. They want me to put the glasses on. You know what I mean? Right. It's just, can you imagine 15 of them?
15. I would be out of there, and I would not see my grandkids, my son, daughter, no more. Till they out the house. No, that's too much.
It's just, and the baths, my daughter's in there, that's a whole deal.
Yeah.
That's a whole deal.
Mm-hmm.
The bath time's a whole deal. Mm-hmm. So, you're talking about 15 of them?
15.
And then yesterday, my grandson was telling my daughter, I don't want to take a bath, I want to shower.
You know about a shower, little self. How your little self gonna be in the shower?
Now listen, Yaya saved all their bath toys, so when they come, they can, play with the little toys in the bath, right? Uh-huh. He was like, "Girl got grown. I want to shower. I want to take a bath." My daughter was like, "I've already ran the water. The water's here in the bath. Your toys are here. Let's go."
You gotta get in the bath.
Can you imagine bath time for 15 kids?
15 kids. 15. And let me tell you, I will say that they have control. They have like this control over all 15 kids. They know, they'll say, for them to get in line, they'll say birth order. They get in line in birth order. So they know where they fall in line. They know they went to go get some yogurt. And so they came in and they were in the yogurt shop, and there was people that was already in there, and you just see them coming in, and they just kept coming, and they kept coming, and they kept coming. The lady was looking like, what's happening? Why are these people in here? What's going on? So they asked the customers, they was like, what did you think when you see them? They was like, I was wondering if it was like a team or something. I didn't understand what was going on. She said, but then she noticed like a lot of twins, and they look alike and dressed alike, and then she was like, oh. And so she asked the mother, she was like, are these all your kids? She said, yes, all 15 of them. She said, 15? Oh. No, but they take them out, they have fun with them, they set them all down. The oldest daughter, she helps out a whole lot with the kids.
I bet she does.
Yeah. And that's why the grandmother takes her away too. Her grandmother does a lot of one-on-one stuff with her so that she can, get away from all of them kids.
And not only that, get the proper attention.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a lot.
Because everybody with 15 kids, they're suffering. They're suffering from attention.
No way.
They're suffering, from a lot of different stuff. Yeah. I mean, she's not doing those kids any favors.
No, they don't need, and that's why they don't need no more kids. They don't need
any more kids. Absolutely. I agree with you 100%. Stop with the children right now. Work on what you have. Yep. Make every single one of them feel special.
Yep. Enjoy those.
You know what I mean? How you going to take 15 kids to different practices and have all that stuff going with 15 different interests?
Yeah.
How do you do that, Margot, without having a solid team to help?
Yep. She needs at least 3 nannies. Nannies.
You're talking about Christmases. You're talking about school clothes. You're talking about colleges. You're talking about senior years and all that kind of stuff. You guys ready for that?
Right. I hope y'all say.
Because if you're not, you know, those kids are going to suffer. You're not going to allow them to have a regular childhood that they so deserve.
Yep. Jesus. Stop it with your 15. Stop it with your 15. Y'all, I
mean, back in the day, let's face it, back in the day, people had kids like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And they had kids like that because kids helped out around the house and on the farm. Right. You know what I mean? They did things. They learned different types of jobs to do and trades and things like this. At this day and age, what you gonna do? Buy 15 tablets and tell them all to go sit in the corner?
Right. Here's your tablet, your tablet, your tablet, your tablet.
I mean, get out of here. You know, there was a reason that they had all these children back in the day. But now today, no. Margot, your mind, you would be so exhausted mentally.
Yeah.
Let alone physically, but mentally, you would be exhausted.
Yeah. And that's where that grandma is right now. And I'm sure the mom and dad, y'all gotta be exhausted. Y'all don't care what y'all say. Y'all gotta be exhausted.
Girl, you know they're exhausted. Ain't nothing fun about that. They're not even having a balanced life.
No, not at all. Not at all. So I'm gonna keep watching them and see what happens. I hope she don't have any more kids. I hope she just settle down. Let your kids grow up.
And let's just pray that the kids come out to be well-rounded individuals.
Yeah. For sure. I didn't have a bullshit and beauty, but I have my calendar here that I have been just flipping every day, and it has a message on it. It's like the one that you have at work, Mary.
Okay.
So it says for July 1, when life knocks you down, roll over and look at the stars.
Oh, that's cute. That is so cute, Margot.
I love that. I'm going to end on that. This little calendar resonates with me every day. I come and I haven't flipped it ahead of time because every day it gives me like exactly what I need. And I'm like, okay.
That is perfect.
I got it.
Because, today I had a bad day.
See? Roll over and look at the stars. Just look at the stars.
And that's exactly what I'm going to do tonight.
Okay.
That's exactly what I'm going to do tonight. Because that my day did not end until 10 minutes to 7.
Yeah.
No. Before this podcast.
Right. And your day started with some bullshit. Okay? Your day started not good.
Yes. Ooh,
then your middle wasn't good. And then you ended on a not good. So
and it's so funny because if I wasn't able to talk to you about it today, I just would have went plumb crazy. So thank you for allowing me to vent today.
Anytime.
And Margot, you just kept coming. I'm like, okay.
I felt it. I was like, okay, she need me. But I'm here.
I'm finna roll over and look at them stars.
Look at them stars. Okay, I'm about to do that too. So, y'all, thank you so much for tuning in to the Just Being Me podcast. This is episode 101. You guys stay up, stay safe this weekend with them firecrackers. And
please.
Yeah, we need to see you again here next week. So,
yeah, and enjoy that Monday off and make sure you get plenty of rest.
Yes, for sure. All right,
be careful.
y'all. Peace out.